Hi divas. I want to do a longer form video of this because I feel like the one I posted on Instagram yesterday, 3 minutes is nowhere near enough time to speak about. Sorry, I live on the world's busiest street. Like 3 minutes is not enough time to talk about the surfing world and like how I got into surfing and like what is the best way to go about surfing, you know? So, hi. Obviously my name is Emma. I'm gonna talk a little bit about women and surfing and how I got into surfing, and it's like the scariest sport ever. Not really, but just like people are not that friendly. And I talked about this in Instagram and I was like, I'm kind of nervous to make this video because people are really taboo. Like you're not supposed to talk about surfing, but then everyone of course posts about surfing on the internet, and just like it's such a weird subject because people are so like hush hush about it, but then also it's a huge sport that's really popular and like very popular in social media, and so it's weird that no one wants to talk about it. But I started surfing 6 years ago. I moved here in September of 2020 and I truly was so bored that I needed something to do, so I just started surfing. I was literally so bad for like 3 years, but I literally would just go every single day and eat shit. I talked about this a little bit in my Instagram. Like going to the same spot every single day is like probably the #1 most helpful thing, because if you go to the same spot every day, you create friends. You like, people are routines. People are like creatures of habit. Everyone has their routine. So if you go to the same beach every day, most likely you're gonna see a couple similar people every single day at the beach, you know? So that was really helpful because then you start to feel a little bit more comfortable because you have friends and like people start to look out for you. And like I feel so the beach that I learned to surf at and where I have now created a bunch of friends, and now I see them at a bunch of other beaches, but that beach I feel so safe at. If I were to get run over by someone, people would like beat the person up for me. Like it's really funny. Like all I feel like surfer men do get hated on, but they are also incredibly kind and sweet people, most of them. And a lot of them like feel like my dad. Like I hate that term, like surf dad, but it is kind of true. Like I feel like so many of them have my back with so many things, and they've also like watched me go through so many life events, and they're like so supportive and always asking you questions about your life, and they just love that there's someone out there that's their friend, you know? But another tip is, I had a lot of questions about like confidence in the water. I would say it's not something that like comes so easily. You have to just keep going. Like it's something that builds over time, and I used to hate surfing by myself and now I kind of enjoy it more by myself. And it's just like a peaceful thing that comes to you over time. Especially it comes with like getting better, but it's the coolest feeling ever when you like finally feel like you had a really good surf sesh and you're like, wait, I can actually do this, and like you did it yourself, you know? It's really cool. But I mean, the confidence comes over time, sadly. I also think you can't be deterred by 1 or 2 bad times. Like I still go out and I'm like, I hated that. Like, you know, you're gonna have multiple different times that suck, but you have to just go the next day. If you have a really bad time, I would suggest going again later that day or going the next day, just to like rip the band-aid off and be like, okay, I had a really bad time, but I'm going to make it better. And I almost guarantee the next time will be 10 times better, because it's just, you get in your head and it's just a bad time. I don't know, I get really in my head sometimes, especially like in the beginning. Like you're like, oh my God, everyone watched me eat shit, fall over, like do this super embarrassing thing. No one's watching you. Like it's okay. Like someone might try and help you and be like, you could do this next time, you know? But no one's watching you. Don't get in your head. It's fine. Another question was like, how do you start something new alone? Which I think is a great question that I'm also not incredibly good at. I only was good at this because I was like, I have nothing else to do and no friends, and I wanted to work out. And so I was like, okay, surfing is kind of like a good workout while also doing a fun sport and also getting tan. So like, yay. But I don't know, just go and do it. Like I moved here and had no friends, and now I like have 10 million people that I run into at the grocery store every single day. So I just like did it. And I feel like with anything new, there is gonna be like 6 months where you hate it and you're like, this was the worst decision ever. And then you can look back and be like, okay, yay, I'm glad that I did that. Like you have to just power through. And that is just such not even helpful advice, but like if you just power through, like think about once you've made it through 6 months ago where you were at, so much better. You know, that's me with surfing. Even now, like today, if I go and surf, like 6 months ago I was so much worse. Like I'm constantly getting better and having more fun and like doing different things. I don't know, like everything evolves, but just have confidence in yourself that you can do it, because you can do it. It's fine. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. The one other thing I'll say that I didn't really talk about on my Instagram because I ran out of time is, yes, people are mean surfing, but it's genuinely most of the time out of concern for safety. So if you like literally Google on YouTube or search up on YouTube surf etiquette, like you just need to know your place and know that you're a new person in this situation. And I would honestly suggest, like someone commented like how to feel better about like someone commented, how do you feel better about going to a new spot? And I feel like that's similar with starting new with a sport. Go and like watch people, like especially if it's a new surf spot, go and watch people and see where they get in and out, where they paddle out, because like there could be a big channel, there could be a weird spot that you're not supposed to get in and out of because of a rock. Like go and observe. And then same with when you're in the lineup, like observe what everyone's doing. Observe what everyone's doing. Like see what everyone's doing and follow the vibes. Like that is the best way to like look like you belong, is just see what's happening and follow the vibes and just copy the same exact thing of what they're doing. I feel like I did that a lot, and then just watching what other people are doing surfing wise too helps you. Like you're like, oh, he did this on this wave, that looked cool, let me try and mimic it. And then I feel like you'll absorb all that info and get a lot better really fast. But I mean, yeah, the main message of that was just like know your place. Like you're new, obviously don't go out there and be like every wave is mine, I'm gonna do this and this. Like humble yourself a little bit and it'll be great. You know, just read the situation. Don't go out there and be some big cocky person that's like, I'm a pro surfer now. Like no, read the room and know your place and get in the back of the line and just try and stay out of people's way, and you will be totally fine. No one will be mean to you. But if someone is mean to you, stand up for yourself. I wouldn't, if you were in the wrong, apologize. Like I always see beginners that like won't accept that they went on someone's wave. The person surfing that's yelling at you most likely just wants an apology, like, oh sorry, I didn't see you, I'll be better next time. Acknowledge what you did, but you can also stand up for yourself. Like if someone's being super rude about it, be like, hey, I'm really new, I didn't know, now I know, thanks for letting me know. You know, I see a lot of that, and people just get so aggressive so immediately, but you can just state like, dude, I don't know, like you don't have to be rude like that, especially men, because they immediately turn to aggression and it's fucking so annoying. But anyways, now moving on, what boards do I use? I have two smaller boards. One is a 510 that my boyfriend and our old friend Jeff made that I actually really like. I'll put a picture. And then the other one is a 7.0 McCallum. I love both of those. One, because I can duck dive them and it's easier when it's bigger waves, but they're both just kind of fun. And I'm a little bit newer to shortboarding. I've always done it, but I haven't done it like consistently. And so it's been kind of a fun change of pace just to try something new and try little boards. So that's really fun. And then my boyfriend has a million boards that I use, but these are the ones that I own with my money. My 9.6 hot pink longboard, of course. This is my Weston Surfboards 9.6 Axis blend. It was a custom. Obviously it's stunning. I love her, but she's a really good nose rider and turns easy and paddles easy and just love. My last board is my 10.0 Hunter Seeker from Mandala. He's also our friend Manny. That board rocks. I was really afraid of a big board. Like obviously 9.6 to 10.0 is not a huge difference. It's 6 inches, but it just feels a little bit giant. So, but that board is like thinned out. It's so fun. It's so fast. I have surfed it in like overhead high tide waves. So much fun. I love that board, and it like introduced me into the bigger board world, you know. One thing I would recommend if you're starting out surfing, get a bigger board. Do not try and be like, I'm gonna shortboard. You will just screw yourself over. Like it's not gonna go well for you. Anything like, I wouldn't even suggest under 9 foot. I would get a 9 foot soft top board, go and get it. You will get so much better, so much faster on a bigger board. People are so quick to be like, oh, I can stand up now, let me get my xoxo little shorty board. Don't do that. Like, everyone does it, I think, because you get excited and you think that like shortboarding is surfing, but it's just gonna screw you over. You're gonna have such a terrible time, especially like in the summer when it's nice to learn how to surf. There's not big enough waves for that. Even if there is, you're gonna go and have a really bad time. So don't do that. Learn on a big board until you feel really good, and then maybe move down to like a mid-length if you really want to go something shorter. But my favorite wetsuits, I obviously love Abyss spring suits. I wear a ton of those. I'll show a couple of pictures. I also love a bikini surf. I mostly surf in the little onesie romper thingies just because they stay put and then my butt is covered. Like, I am all for a thongkini at the beach, but when I'm surfing it feels so like inappropriate. So I usually just wear like little surf suits. But I'll show you a couple that I like and I'll just put them here. What are some brands that I like? I like Abyss. I like this new one that I got from Effortless Swim. I love my Winky suits. I'll find pictures of them and I'll put them all up here, but those are some of my suggestions. I also have a surf category on my Shop Mice, so you can go and look at that too. But full suits, so my boyfriend works with Axe and Breaker Out. They're both Japanese brands. They do fully custom suits and it is life-changing. They measure, I think it's like 36 points on your body. So it's entirely custom, and then you can choose whatever custom color you want, whatever color logos you want, where you want the logos, all of that. So I have 2 of those. They're also Japanese neoprene and they're insane. They're so nice. I have a 3-2. I have a 3-3 and a 3-2. The 3-3 is so warm. I wear it like a 4-3 in the winter. I don't even wear a 4-3 anymore. I just wear that suit. It's crazy. Those are by far my favorite full suits and I will never go back. So love those. Chef's kiss, so good. If you want one, message me because we can get you one if you're in Southern California, because my boyfriend can come size you and then he gets a little profit. So what else? I think that's kind of it. I'm glad that I could do a longer version of this because it's such a topic that I'm very passionate about, because obviously I like taught myself how to surf and love surfing, and there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it. You could talk about it for forever, but it just makes me happy if this will help someone feel a little bit more confident or like start surfing, or if you already surf a ton, if you, I don't know, needed to hear someone say the same thing that you're thinking about. So that's all that. That's me. Not a pro surfer. Once again, please don't think that I am. I am a mediocre average surfer who loves longboarding in small waves. So that's all. Okay, bye.